So, like some people, I had a near-death experience. Well, I think it was a near-death experience. It happened when I was around 5 or 6 years old. I was sleeping and dreaming. In that dream, I was walking by a pier, watching the water from a safe distance. Then, the waters overwhelmed the land, and I found myself drowning. All around me was black, and I could feel the force of the waves tossing me around, and I can't breathe. As in literally, I can't breathe. I was drowning in my own sleep. I don't know if you've ever been in a similar situation, but at the time, as a scrawny 5-year-old kid, I was freaking the hell out. My mind raced for answers, but of course in most cases there are none. It was just one scary, painful, and breathtaking nightmare. I was dying. I was certain of it. But then the dream changed. I can't explicitly remember the transition, but before I could realize what was happening, I was in a very serene and very bright place. Blindingly bright. I remember seeing an ancient-looking and really thick and huge book and a golden weighing scale. Now the weighing scale moved, balancing, weighing something. It finally tipped to one side, and a voice talked out of nowhere. It was a male voice, deep and godlike. It said something along the lines of, "Because your good deeds far outweigh your bad deeds, I'm sending you back because you still have important things to do for me." Then everything, the book, the weighing scale, the serenity, the blinding light, was sucked into nothingness in the middle of nowhere. And then I woke up. You know those dramatic awakenings that they portray in movies when the protagonist wakes up from a nightmare, suddenly sitting up on the bed, gasping for breath? That was what happened. And after that, I felt like I was the happiest boy alive. I seriously felt like I could die anytime because I was excited for heaven. It's just a feeling you feel inside. That feeling of complete assurance. Then I grew up, and just like every other boy going through puberty, discovered the physical world, and I lost that assured feeling. I lost that connection. Then just a few years ago, a movie entitled Heaven is So Real came out. You should check it out. It's really engaging. It's about a child having a near-death experience and visiting heaven, then coming back and astounding the people all around him with all the miraculous discoveries and answers he was saying afterwards, despite his early age and apparent innocence. At the end of the movie, it showed different children from different parts of the world having had a similar experience of visiting heaven.
At the age of 4, she began to describe her visits to heaven. See? You okay?
That's him.
That's him? That's who.
And I know that was real, because I was one of them. I used to be one of them. And for the record, no, I'm not the kindest person on this planet. I'm no angel. I've had my share of nasty experiences and deeds too. So, like all of us who are still alive, I'm still on the journey of doing some soul searching and finding out what that important things to do that voice was talking about a long time ago. So, yeah. How can I stand here with you and not be